Adam, I know you must have been over the moon last week, right?
About what?
I don't know, a certain game that you somehow have some
Oh, I
weird
thought I thought
affinity
there was
for.
going to be a joke in there.
No, no, no. I was legitimately just leading you into like, hey,
Yeah,
you know,
no, I'm
go.
really excited for that new Call of Duty Warzone DLC though. I don't even fucking know. I just assume there's probably something out there. No, I
Yeah.
find
So
like
Adam, you've been playing the new Mass Effect. Is it Legendary Edition? Is that what it's called? Is it
yes.
yeah, the remaster essentially.
Yeah, I mean, I've only played like maybe 6, 7, 8 hours tops. I did a
Mhm.
couple of streams on Twitch for it because it's become my Twitch game now. So it's
Nice.
it's interesting to play through it now because I played through these games when they first came out, and this is like 10 plus years ago now. So
Hmm.
coming at them with a much more clear head and a much more attentive mind is a little bit interesting because now I'm paying attention to more of the tiny bits of lore on the side.
Hmm.
Like immediately when you get brought into the main hub of the entire game, where like all the races are mingling, there's like an office right outside with like a couple of pretty inconsequential like side races in the game. And like all of a sudden, I'm like just listening to the dialogue with them and being like, "Oh fuck, yeah, I remember this." I like, and you're putting all this stuff together now, and you're like, "Oh man, I actually like
Hmm.
these people more now." So it is interesting to look at it from a much different perspective now that I've had enough time away from it to kind of take a more of a critical eye with in some things, and then just make fun of so many other things at the same time too. There
Hmm.
there is a lot of stuff that will happen throughout the 3 games that I'm going to be sitting there being like, man, I can't take this seriously. This moment sucks. Like every time like you start off the game, they're like, because look, I'm spoiling like what almost 15-year-old game here.
No, go for it.
So there is an NPC essentially that is in your squad the first time you touch down, and he gets lit up like a Christmas tree right at the very beginning and dies.
Mhm.
So the second they give this guy any dialogue at the beginning of the game, the entire stream I'm like, it's okay, he'll do fine this time. Everything will be fine. And then you finally get to the cutscene where you know he's gonna die, and you're like, come on, Jenkins, you can.
You could do
Oh,
it.
Jenkins, you fucked up again.
You had a chance.
You know, you think, well, it's a remaster. Maybe this time they'll make it. Nope, he fucking gets lit up. Doesn't
It's a
matter.
twist. Jenkins is now the main character. Shepard
I
dies.
mean, look, apparently Seven's taken some new liberties with their remake, so who knows, right?
Yeah. So in terms of like the improvements, like walk me through like graphically, how does it look? Control wise, gameplay wise, like what do you like? What are you concerned about? And what is just kind of glad that you kept the same?
So far, it is a mixed bag because the improvements that they've made have shown, but it's also really buggy for some reason.
Mm.
So here's a couple of weird things I'll start with the bad stuff right away because it's mostly minor shit, but still.
Mhm.
I don't know what it is, but every once in a while, the D-pad, and I tested this in other games just to make sure that it wasn't just my controller. For some reason, once in a blue moon, the D-pad will double click on you. And it's just a
Hmm.
weird thing in that game because I played other games and tested it. Doesn't happen anywhere else. And then the other weird thing is that some lines of dialogue so far when I've been playing the game just cut out like a half second before they're done. And
Okay.
it's not of me hitting the button to skip. It just cuts out like a half second of audio. So like
Hmm.
you're here like somebody about to finish their set and then it stops. Like just like that. So
Oh.
it's a little strange, but it's not like breaking. It's just more like, what? Oh, that was weird. But for the most part, everything else is pretty good. Like the graphics look. I mean, I haven't played Mass Effect 1 in forever, so I can't really remember how it looked, but it looks pretty damn good right now.
Mhm.
The controls they've changed. They've made the at least the camera and the combat system a little bit more like two. One still has its infinite ammo thing where it's just more like a laser where it just overheats and then you gotta wait till it cools down.
I love
Whereas
that
in
feature.
in the second and third game, they went more into the ammo stuff again. So there's a clip, which I didn't have a problem with either way. But it was more the fact that they've definitely made the shooting a little bit more like sticky, like not like
Okay.
sticky in a bad way, but like it actually will get you to where you want it to go. It's a lot more. You're gonna feel a lot more fluent and like you're hitting the things you want to hit.
Mm.
Other than that, the driving sections, I can't tell you whether or not they're any good because I don't know if they could fix that. I said on stream when I was doing it for the first time, they could make this car 5 times faster, and I think I'd still hate it because the maps are so devoid of life.
Yeah.
Because that's the problem they ran into. I mean, it was a very early game. Like most of the places you'll land on with that section, they're barren. There's nothing. It's just
There's
mountains.
like three camps or 3 points of
Yeah,
interest.
there's not much there. So there's
Hmm.
not really much they could do. Honestly, if if they had a little more wherewithal, they should have just said, okay, here's the mini map, point the places you want to go to, we'll take you there. But there's hidden things on the map too, so I guess they couldn't really get rid of all of it. But other than that, like what I've done so far has been perfectly fine. Like actually, sorry, there's one thing I forgot that they improved on the driving section too. Unless it was always there and I just never noticed. If it's always been there, then I'm a dumbass. But if they added a zoom in for your cannon and for your machine gun on the Mako, it is amazingly so much better. It makes shooting things from a distance actually like doable now.
Yeah.
Instead of just aiming in the general direction and just hoping it doesn't skirt by it. Now I feel like I actually can have some accuracy. So when I've been doing the driving sections, my aim is not remotely as bad as it used to be.
Yeah, I can't recall whether they had it or not when I played it.
Like I said, if they did, it was, I guess it's my dumbass for not thinking to check if the left trigger did anything, but
yeah.
But no.
Is there anything that you're looking at and you're like, oh man, I wish they had, improved or worked or tweaked this?
At this point, I can't say because I'm not deep enough in to really notice any like massive flaws. Like it really just comes down to like all the problems that you would have had with it already that probably would need a remake to go through everything. Like the fact that all the armor you get, like I guess that's the one thing is I wish the armor wasn't random on what they gave you. Like all the chests you open, it's just completely random. So like it doesn't feel like there's a progression. It feels like you open a bunch of nothing and then hope that you get the one really good object. And it's kind of strange in that way.
Yeah, that's definitely be an annoying feature.
At least you can skip through the elevators though. That's nice. Now you don't have to sit there.
I was gonna ask, is the loading time better now?
Yes, but it's still very weird when you don't do it right away. Because I wish that they would at least give them some better idle animations. Because it's still, I'm gonna stand up for this. It's still weird seeing people just stand perfectly still, like there's nothing. Like these guys are in the middle of like a battle, trying to find like some person they need to save before it's too late, and they are so fucking stoically standing in the elevator, like nothing's wrong, and like if they move an inch, like it's going to explode.
Yeah. For audio listeners, basically Adam just stood up straight and like
I asserted my dominance by eye posing.
Yeah, pretty much. I was gonna say just shy of the T-pose.
I was doing my best Pixar eye impression. Okay.
There you go. But awesome. So you're liking it. You're gonna stick with it, or are you kind of just gonna? Are you gonna?
I'd be a really bad fanboy if I didn't.
So you're gonna play all three?
Oh, for sure, 100%.
And you're playing on PS5, I'm assuming.
Yes. Well, I mean, it's the PS4 game on PS5, but yes.
Yeah. Are you gonna platinum it or?
No.
No. Oh, come on.
I have one platinum in my repertoire, and that was a game that I put thousands of hours in, so I better.
Which game was that you platinumed?
Would have been Destiny.
Guess you're not a true fan then.
No, I'm not. Okay. I'm a fan that likes finishing games efficiently. Not spending an extra 30 minutes in a game just because the game wants him to use a specific power he doesn't like.